Hey, what's up you guys, it's Brian, and today we're going to talk about bullying. Now, as you guys know, I don't make a whole lot of sit-down, one-on-one videos with you guys, but it's something that I want to start doing more often, so please let me know if you enjoy this video. I'm kind of nervous to make it, because I always try and do challenges and fun stuff like that, but I want to try something like this, and hopefully I do a good job. But anyway, this week on My Digital Escape, we are talking about bullying. And for that to happen, I feel like we have to go back to the beginning of my life. So a lot of you guys don't know this, but I was actually born in Sendai, Japan. It's a beautiful place. I absolutely love Sendai. And it was weird for me because I was the kid with curly blonde hair and I was American. And when I lived in Japan, that was actually a good thing. Japanese people are pretty polite in my experience, and having curly blonde hair and being American actually made me pretty popular when I was in Japan. So probably about until the time I was 7 or 8 years old, I was actually really popular in the school. Everyone liked me and it was actually pretty cool. But when I was about 8 years old, my parents told me that we were moving to America. And it was heartbreaking for me because I loved Japan, I had lots of friends, and I didn't want to move. But we did. And we moved to Dallas, Texas. And pretty much as soon as we moved, things started to change. I remember when I moved to the US that I just didn't fit in because I didn't know American jokes, I didn't speak English that great, and I had curly blonde hair. And for some reason in Japan, where I looked totally different from everyone, looking different was totally okay. But when I came to America and I had curly blonde hair, all of a sudden I was a freak of nature and everyone started picking on me. Throughout my childhood, kids would call me all kinds of names. They would call me names like, it's kind of funny now, but curly butt. They would call me faggot. That was a really popular one for some reason. Gay. I don't know. I guess faggot, gay, and curly butt were the main things that I was called a lot growing up. And I don't know. I was always called just names nonstop. And kids would always make fun of me. When I was in middle school, I remember that I got a little bit porky. And I got a little bit fat. I know it's kind of hard to imagine me being really fat. Most people can't really imagine that when I tell them. But I was actually pretty chunky in middle school. And anyway, the bullying just got worse. I remember when I would like walk down the hallway, I would be holding my binder, and every single day there were these two kids, Max and Rex. I think his name was Rex. What a weird name. Fuck you, Rex. Anyway, he would always knock my binder down, and I don't know why, like I never thought to like move my binder from here to like here, but I always held it like under my arm, and every single day he would just come and he would just knock it down every day, and I'd pick it back up and walk down the hallway, and sometimes he would knock it down twice within like 10 or 15 seconds. Every single day. He knocked it down so many times that the binder actually started to fall apart. And that sucked because it was my favorite binder. I was a huge Dallas Cowboys fan, and he ruined my binder. It was like my Christmas present from my dad, and he ruined it. I could go into more and more detail about bullying, but it happened all the time. I remember throughout middle school, I always sat alone at lunch. I remember one time my dad came to school to drop off lunch for me because I had forgotten my lunch money, and he saw me at the lunch table sitting by myself, and he was like, Brian, like, why aren't you sitting with your friends? And I told him, like, Dad, I don't have any friends. And I don't know, it's just like middle school was such a horrible time for me, and I feel like I relate to you guys so much because so many of you tell me that, you know, I don't have any friends. I get picked on all the time. I fucking hate my life. And I get it because I was in that exact same spot. The only thing that really made me happy was things that I could do when I wasn't in school. When I could play video games, or when I could listen to music, or when I could eat food. And, you know, but everything that had to do with school and trying to make friends and trying not to get bullied was absolute hell, and that was my whole life. Another thing that I hear from people all the time is that you should tell your parents or you should tell your teachers if you're getting bullied. But I really feel like that's putting a lot of the blame on the child, or a lot of responsibility on the child. And here's what I mean. I was too embarrassed to really tell my parents what was going on. You know, I didn't want to tell them that every single day I sat alone at lunch because everyone fucking hated me. And I didn't want to tell my parents that every single day some kid knocked my binder down and that he had destroyed the Christmas present my dad got me. You know, I didn't want to talk about that. You know, I wanted to pretend that I was popular at school. You know, I was the popular fat kid at school. That's what I wanted my parents to think. I told my teachers all the time what was happening. I was telling them, you know, that I got called gay and faggot and curly butt and all these weird names, and they didn't do anything. They really didn't. I can't remember a single time where a student actually got in trouble for picking on me. I remember one time one of the kids actually knocked my stuff down in front of a teacher, and all they did was tell him not to do it again. You fucking kidding me? They should have fucking slapped him and knocked him to a wall. So there's two things that I want you guys to take away from this video. Number one is it gets better. And I feel like that's a message that like Shane Dawson talks about, that we talk about on My Digital Escape, and I feel like you guys, you kind of think it's true, but you're kind of like, really? Like, it gets better? Fuck you, Bryan. Like, you have 500,000 followers on YouTube, like, you probably have a lot of money, you don't really, it doesn't get better for everybody. Like, I'm gonna be a loser my whole life. And honestly, guys, that's not true. You are beautiful and you are amazing. I think every single person on this channel, Johnny, myself, Kyle, Alex, Jordan, Jaden, every single person on this channel has gotten bullied pretty badly at some point. Watch our Draw My Life videos. We all talk about it. It's definitely something that I went through. And the point is that like almost everyone goes through bullying at some point, and we were no different than any of you guys. So if someone is telling you that you're stupid, that you're fat, that you're a curly butt, if someone is making fun of you guys, don't let it bring you down because they're wrong. All of you guys can do great things. I never thought that I would be doing what I'm doing for a living today. I mean, holy shit, guys. I am a YouTuber. I am making an album. I went on Warped Tour and met so many people that said my videos made their day better. Look at what Johnny has done. A couple of years ago, he was so depressed and had such a terrible life, and look at where he is now. Look at Kyle, look at Shannon, look at all these guys. They have changed their lives so much, and it's because they believed in themselves, and it's because there are amazing people like you guys out there. And the second thing I want you guys to take from this is that, guys, I know the world seems really dark. I know a lot of you guys, especially if you were drawn to a bullying video, are probably struggling, you know? The world seems like a big fat shithole. That sounds really gross. But for real, the world seems awful. I know, even for me sometimes it seems really dark and depressing, but it does get better. There are so many, oh my gosh guys, I wish you could meet other escapers. I wish you could meet other kids that watch this channel, because I meet so many of you and you're all so beautiful and so kind and so talented, and I feel like so many of you guys have to deal with the worst of society. The world is so much brighter and so much better than you think it is, and you just have to keep going and don't give up. Alright guys, I hope this video made some kind of sense. I love you very much. I also posted a video on my YouTube channel. You can click it right here. It's a video that I made last year, but I reposted it. But I talk about my experience with depression and suicide. Believe it or not, even after becoming a YouTuber, my life continued to be difficult, and I dealt with a very major medical condition that I hid from you guys for a long time. So if you guys want to see a video where I talk about this medical problem I had and how I got through that, and again, those same life skills of not giving up when things are hard, check it out. I hope you like it. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'll be posting videos like this on my channel as well. And yeah, all my links are in the description: Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. I talk about serious stuff on there quite a bit as well, so go check it out. And yeah, I love you guys very much. Thank you so much for watching, and subscribe to MDE and all that good stuff, and I'll see you later. Bye!
Who am I? I'm so shy. I just